What?
She stabbed me in the thigh during the meal at our wedding. Still in prison. Hi, you guys. I'm Emily.
Hi, I'm Emma. Welcome to the Primes podcast.
We are really happy to have you here. And listen, this episode is fully in English.
Yeah, for once, I'm going to be the one struggling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mock my French accent, okay?
It's hot, okay?
I know you find you hot, okay? Love it.
So, we're continuing on with the last part of the episode, but we're doing Bridezilla stories from Reddit. We're reacting to them because who doesn't love a good Bridezilla story?
Yes. Maybe we should explain what it's about.
Okay, so I know that a lot of people dream about their wedding, okay? And it's okay. It's okay, girl. We get it. It's important. It's the best day of your life or whatever. But some women lose their absolute fucking minds.
Mais je pense qu'il y a des groomzilla aussi.
Oh, mais bien sûr que si aussi.
Of course.
Yes.
Mais why do they? Parce que because society puts some pressure on the brides. A lot of pressure.
Maybe. I've never really understood. No. I know that society puts a lot of pressure on women to get married and stuff, but I'm just why do you think it's the best day of your life? I never got that.
Attends, je sais pas, j'avais un point, j'étais en mode... Bon, whatever. So just doing this episode in English because we had a hard time finding good stories on Reddit in French. We did it in the first part of the episode, but we figured out English is the best option.
Yeah, for this one in particular, because last one it was just "Am I the asshole?" and there are plenty of those. But Bridezilla, I don't really know exactly. I don't really know how to translate Bridezilla into French lingo.
Des mariées folles, genre.
Ouais.
Ou fous.
Fou.
Ouais.
Voilà.
Genre crazy bridesmaids. Non, brides.
Brides. I mean, there are crazy bridesmaids too, but yeah.
Okay, let's dig into it. Et du coup, for this episode, Emily is going to read the stories because my English is...
And she read the episodes on last... She read the stories on last episodes because my French is... So, let's get started. So, wedding shop workers, what are the worst Bridezilla stories? First comment, 8 years ago. Florist. We had a bride and her mother show up at 9 a.m. They wanted to order a bridal bouquet. The mother of the bride wanted a Cattleya orchid corsage, a boutonniere for the groom, and 6 smaller ones for the groomsmen. The wedding was scheduled for noon. Bro. Yep. 3 hours from then.
Just getting married for the visa.
Yeah, for the green card. Let's go.
Love that.
And they wanted them ready by the time they were done with the tier makeup appointment at the beauty parlor a few doors down. The bride was flipping through the sample book and pointing out the style of flowers she wanted. Think garden roses with long sweeping trails and stephanotis and variegated ivy. I don't know how to pronounce flowers, I'm sorry. All 3 of which would require at least a week's advance order with our suppliers.
Makes sense.
Of course. Anyway, she was absolutely gobsmacked that we didn't carry extremely expensive and highly perishable flowers at all times.
Love. Out of her mind job.
The entitlement some people have is insane. Same with the Cattleya orchid for the mom's corsage. My boss told them that since they did not place an order beforehand, they would be limited to what we had in stock and simple styles that could be assembled quickly. The bride and her mom kept pointing at the book and arguing that we should have those specific flowers in stock. My boss eventually took the book off the desk, tossed it behind the counter.
love the energy. Just it in front of the counter or at their faces. Putain.
The bride vacillated. Vacillated? What is that word? But vacillated. The bride vacillated between tears and petulant whining that we were going to ruin her big day. Here's where it starts. I knew it. I knew my big day. I'm gonna look like a princess, and she looks like a solid 6. So, have you ever been to a wedding and you're just like, she's walking down the aisle and you're just like, really? That's the best?
No, stop.
That's the best that you can look? Okay.
Have you been to a lot of weddings? Yeah? I haven't actually.
Really?
Yeah, like I think 2 of them, and last one I was 8 years old.
Oh my God.
Like, invite me to your wedding. I have so many dresses options.
Oh, she does. She has a lot of dresses.
Yep.
I saw the TikTok video. But yeah,
Yes.
isn't it funny when you're supposed to look your best and you're just like, okay.
Am I genre the asshole?
Anyway, my boss, who had a bone deep loathing for brides in general, same. Yep, seconded, told her she had ruined her own day by not ordering her flowers before her actual wedding day.
Elle a raison.
Elle a raison, voilà.
Yeah.
The mom tried chewing out my boss for her lack of customer service skills.
Shut the fuck up.
Of course. The Karen. My boss told her that she was welcome to go down the street to the Vaughn's and ask,
C'est quoi ça?
I guess it's a store, and ask for their flower department to make the tier order with whatever they had in stock. The mom said she'd do just that and reassured the bride that she'd have her flowers done by the time her appointment was over. Both women stormed out. I figured that was that, but my boss told me and the other girl to start on 6 simple dendrobium orchid bouts. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Who names flowers?
That's specific. Mais okay, I get it, Joe. They said start to prepare because they won't find anything they want and they are going to come back.
Absolutely. And that's a good worker. Anyway, meanwhile, she threw together a ribbon-wrapped bridal bouquet with some white flowers, and that was nearly past tier prime, and some more dendros. I don't know. Sure enough, 20 minutes later, the mom and the bride slugged back in a meekly asked if we were still able to assemble what they needed. We did. We also charged her a large bitch tax. Rush fee. Yep, fair fucking enough.
Love that.
I knew that they were coming back. We all knew that they were coming back.
Of course.
But like, if you're getting married, why would you not prepare this in advance? I don't understand. Are you okay?
That's not an Amadia Soul story.
No.
Okay, that's just like
Just,
an anecdote.
yeah.
Okay, love that. Nothing to say, genre.
People have such a lack of logic. Like, the lack of common sense in humanity is just staggering. It's really worrisome.
I presume it's all Americans.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Like, can we assume that there's any other anyway, that's gonna come out so wrong, but like, honestly, yeah, I cannot, like, the way it's written, it's American English, so for sure. This one is under guys who married bridezillas, what happened after the wedding?
I'm not sure I'm going to like this arc because I feel like it's going to be a lot of women are just a lot for us men. You're too much.
I mean, some of them are, I'm not even gonna lie.
Non mais okay, mais because they have like loser boyfriends or grooms or whatever.
No,
Husbands.
but also I have met some women that have, I don't know, man. I'm just like, girl, you need to go to therapy, baby girl.
Let's see it.
Let's see.
Mais if it's about making like stories about women being hysterical or whatever.
I was called the bridezilla. This is the woman, I guess. This is the woman talking about herself, her experience. After getting back with my ex-boyfriend, I broke up with... The punctuation, ma belle. After getting back with my ex-boyfriend, that she broke up with from high school, his parents got into his head that he should propose. His parents got married
the fuck?
at the age of 19, and they thought that since we were 19, we should follow in their footsteps. That is
Insane.
the worst possible
It's
advice.
giving a religion.
It's giving
biased
Mormon.
Story. Mormon carrément.
Yeah, it's giving Mormon.
Okay.
We were only back together for over 1 month at that point.
Non, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I know.
Non. Putain, mes cheveux me saoulent.
In between, like, she opens parentheses and she goes, nothing against anyone that married young or married suddenly. I do have something against both of those cases.
Bright childs.
Yeah, what the
Child
fuck? What are you doing getting married at 19, baby girl?
No, vraiment.
He proposed. I was excited because this was supposed to be an important moment in my life and I can plan the beautiful wedding I've always dreamed of. Okay. She's 19, so we're gonna cut her some slack because obviously she is not mature enough to know that this is such a huge commitment, whatever.
She kind of is. I'm sorry, we are 24 and 26 because she's an old ass woman. And I thought 19 was not that long ago. Like, you remember your brain, like, at 19 you could have processed that you cannot get married this young. No,
I don't think so, babes, because
Yes,
like, can you imagine, we're talking about a heterosexual couple at 19 in the US.
Okay, but even in France, it makes a difference, but it doesn't make such a difference. At 19, I was in a relationship since 2000 and since I was 16.
Yeah.
So 3 to 4 years, and I wouldn't have
Said, yeah, I know,
Got
but like
married?
the thing is, you guys are like, the mentality so different here, and also, can you imagine that you guys could drink here at the age of 18? They cannot drink there until they're 21, and you're telling me that at 19 you're saying yes to a man that you just got back together with
No, it makes
a
no
month
sense.
ago.
It makes no sense. It's fucked from the start, genre.
It's fucked from the start. Like, listen.
Okay.
I immediately started to look at venues since we had 10 months to plan. His mom complained to everyone behind my back that I was planning too soon. Well, he proposed too soon, ho. So.
Non, mais because of you, surtout, mom, genre, elle est folle.
Ouais.
It's giving the Samaritan pity.
Girl, some mothers, I did not finish this. I don't know.
didn't?
Did she get married at the end?
Spoil. Donc, if you
Spoiler.
don't want spoiler, no, she didn't.
Oh, thank God.
No, she got back with Conrad.
Oh, I'm so happy for her, period, because Jeremiah was a piece of shit.
Yeah. Bon, whatever, on parle trop là.
Oh, well, yeah, we'll do this later. His family was... Okay, here we go. His family are strict Catholics.
Having a religion...
So when I said I didn't want to have a mass for our wedding, they were...
J'en étais sûre que c'était des catholiques.
Of course, they made sure the priest talked to me to convince me to change my mind. When I planned to go wedding dress shopping, she complained again about how I was doing too much too soon. 8 months out from the wedding, 8 months away from the wedding, baby girl. You were really not ready to get married if you cannot write correctly.
You cannot read correctly, donc...
Fair enough.
But you're not getting married.
But I'm not
So
getting.
that-
But I am not reading correctly in my third language. So this bitch can barely speak Spanish, English,
No, that's your second language.
French.
It's in English, girl.
Oh, you're telling me I can't read? No,
Yeah.
the thing is, it's not written correctly.
Ouais.
Like, les conjugations, c'est de la merde là. Bref. Elle m'écloque.
Of course.
And then she brought some of her kids without asking me. On top of that, I invited a mutual friend of ours, and I got a text from that friend on my way to the bridal shop asking me if she could bring her kids because my fiance's mom told her to. His mom also got mad at me for not including all 7 of her daughters in the wedding party.
Non, mais the story is way too long, là. What the fuck,
I'm almost done. Whenever I tried to plan wedding stuff with my fiance, he couldn't handle it because planning the proposal took too much energy out of him. That lasted a few months.
She said 8 months after the proposal. Là, on est genre 1 an après the proposal. Non, mais what the fuck?
Mais
Non,
what the
mais
fuck?
non, mais non.
En plus, what the fuck did you do, Brian? You got down on one knee.
Et encore.
That's all you did.
I'm not sure he did.
I'm not sure he
It
did.
feels like he just popped the question at the McDonald's. Genre.
I'm sure he was wearing Birkenstocks. I know he was. I know this was in like Alabama or some shit. Whenever his family tried controlling the wedding, I got bothered, obviously, because they were planning around themselves.
Bothered. She didn't say angry,
Anything.
furious. No. Bothered.
They said that this isn't about me and my fiance, is about their family, of course, because their family is a big deal, and this wedding was about... Girl, I hate you. And this wedding was about them. Overall, they called me a bridezilla to my face multiple times because I didn't like how they were controlling my wedding. Within those few months, I remembered why I broke up with my fiance the first time, so I broke up with him again. Fuck that.
Thank God. She said, fuck that? Yeah, as you should, but it took you some time, meuf.
Girl.
No, but get a hint. Can I try to read the story?
Yeah, I got this one. It's from a Groomzilla.
Love.
And it's not that long.
Okay. I feel like when we were like supposed to read English in the English class and I was like so stressed.
Yeah.
Okay. But my English has gotten bad, mais avant it was great. Hein. I married a groomzilla. Oh, that's from the girl's point of view.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that.
Bent over backwards to make the wedding as magical as he wanted. I would have been happy in someone's backyard with a potluck. Okay. Simple girl.
Okay, no, that's just white trash. Sorry.
No, but that's fine. I mean, I feel like she's going to tell us that the groom was like really
Into the whole
like
thing.
Conrad in Succession crazy. Have you seen that?
No, I still have not seen Succession.
You should,
I
but-
need to.
He admitted in couples counseling 7 years later that he never really wanted to marry me so much as he wanted a huge show and party. Everyone liked and approved of me, so he wanted them all to see he was making a good choice and be envious. Okay. What the fuck, genre?
What the fuck?
Trophy wife core. He wanted them to be proud of him. We used up most of the money I got from a car accident settlement. Putain, that couldn't be more American.
Yeah, I told you. See, there's no way that this is anywhere but in America.
Could have put in a down payment in a small house. He asked for divorce in 2020.
Piece of shit. Piece of shit.
And that was 5 years ago, so 2021. So she's writing that 1 year after they got
Girl.
divorced. But what?
Girl, I mean, the thing is, Brandon, you could have just made a party. You could have just had a party and invited
True.
all your bros.
And show your girl, me.
Yeah.
I love a proud boyfriend, okay? But not a crazy, controlling, crazy husband, genre.
The thing is,
That's a no.
I there's something that resonates a lot with me, and it's a phrase that I remember who I heard this from, but I'm sure it was a woman on TikTok. Like, I'll hope, I don't think I'm gonna find her handle, but she basically said that men don't marry the love of their lives. Men marry when they are ready to get married. So
I get that.
they marry the woman that is there when they feel like they want to get married and not the love of their life. So that's why a lot of men, like, they have the one that got away because they were not ready to get married right then and there. And so they married someone else and they end up cheating. They end up, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, you guys don't have balls.
No, you don't. Also, I feel like it applies only to couples where the woman really wants to get married, which is not like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying like it applies only to those situations because like I know I really don't really give a fuck if I get married or not. So I wouldn't divorce someone over, not divorce, but yeah, like get separated from someone over
If they
that.
don't want to get married.
Yeah, I don't care. If they want to have children, bye.
Adios.
That's the opposite way for me, but that's okay, that's like
Okay.
a personal thing. But like if the boyfriend tells me he doesn't want to get married, I really don't care.
Okay. I feel like I don't think I would care if my partner was like, I don't want to get married, but if we've been together for long enough and I'm like, well, then why don't you want to marry me? Like, I mean, if we've been together for
I don't care.
6 years and we want to have a family, like if you want to have kids, I want to have, like, the thing is,
If you want to have kids, marriage is key.
yeah, because and also if you have a certain amount of time with the person, I feel like it's important for you to get married because you need to be financially smart about it.
Yeah, you can get in France. You can have like packs, and I think it's like mostly the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, that's
Mais-
right. C'est pas que it's better than getting married, to be
I
honest.
think so. Yeah, like it depends. It really depends on your finances, but like if we're not talking about that aspect and it's just about commitment, I feel like daily commitment is enough for me. Like if you're here today and tomorrow and the week, a week from
After,
there, yeah,
yeah.
like it's fine for me. And if you want to leave,
leave, bitch.
Just leave. Like, I don't want a commitment and a ring and a paper and going through counseling sessions just because we decided to get married when we were 25. Genre.
Yes, I know.
I don't care about that. For me, commitment is something you choose daily. It's not about being married or not. It's not about the fucking ring.
She is a smart woman, and I agree with that. Like, yeah, I don't think I need like the married kind of paper situation, ring, whole shebang. But yeah, but if we've been together for a while, at least I would like to have like something that bounds us together to be like, okay, like the Pax in France, basically.
Yeah,
that would
for
be
finances, right?
For finances, that would be smart.
Okay,
and also as a gay person, it's different because for us, if you are not, there's so many cases I've heard of people like having accidents or whatever, and you've been with your partner for 10 years and they don't let you into the hospital to see them because you're not married and you're not family. So regardless of whether you're like, no, but I've been together with this person for 10 years, they're like, yeah, but you're not direct family. So if anything were to happen to my partner or myself, and not being able to say goodbye or not being able to be in a hospital situation or to take life or death decisions over the person that you love and you spend your life with. That's why I find that it's important for us people in the community. Not to say, I mean, now I guess a lot of things have changed and many countries have different.
I hope that's an American thing.
Yeah. I mean, I hope I don't know in France, girl. I mean, France still homophobic.
Yeah,
as fuck,
a lot. I think in the hospital it's not the same. It depends. Yeah, I don't think there's a universal experience, but I wouldn't like. I would be shocked by a story like that.
Yeah,
in France, not in the US.
Yeah, no, nothing shocks us from the US anymore, you guys.
Really. So what the fuck is that country?
Are you guys okay?
Yeah, no, you're not.
Blink twice if you're not okay.
Last story, and then
we
it's a wrap.
Anyway. First wife was a bridezilla. During the honeymoon, she realized she was married and the wedding day was history. She wanted the big wedding, which she had, not the marriage. The next 2 years were hell until she finally tapped out. I was young and stupid, and the thought of divorce never crossed my mind. I don't know why it didn't. I guess I just assumed I'd be miserable for the rest of my life. Love that for you. Jesus Christ.
That's a man?
Yeah, that's a man.
Okay.
I guess I just assumed I would be over there. So when she told me she was leaving, it felt... Oh my God, I hate you.
She was leaving?
No,
it felt like...
I'm not doing this.
No, go ahead.
Mais il écrit comme une merde, c'est idiot. When she
told me she was leaving...
When she told me she was leaving, it felt as if a weight of the world was lifted off my shoulders. On a happy note, her parents were still paying off the wedding when we divorced. What the fuck? 2 years later, they were still paying the wedding.
What kind of a wedding was that, Joe?
What the?
That was her... I don't know, the show it must have been...
That must have been insane. That's what happens when you allow your daughter everything she wanted, including 2 wedding dresses.
Slay.
Not gonna lie, that's gonna be me.
Okay.
Mais,
that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's such a man. Genre, pardon, I'm sorry, genre, how can you not... What?
She stabbed me in the thigh during the meal at our wedding. Still in prison.
That would have been me. Genre, I don't even want to hear the story, mais...
C'est tout ce qui est écrit.
Ah ouais? That's it? I hope it was because she learned that he cheated and she stabbed him in the side.
Please, like, first comment, this story needs more than 2 sentences.
Yes,
even though they are admirably concise.
Yes. Thank you for that. Oh, putain. Let's wrap it on that. But I just wanted to say on the previous story, like, how can you not get that the marriage is consuming you alive? Like, how can it be a weight lifting off your shoulders? Like, you should have...
What I don't understand is why people stay when
like,
they're miserable.
No, but he was saying, like, he didn't even, like, really was conscious about the situation. Like, he was in a haze, you know?
Yeah, but I mean...
for 2 years?
He did say, like, I thought I was going to be miserable for the rest of my life. I'm like...
If I divorced?
No. Like, he thought...
Staying with it.
Yeah. He said divorce never crossed my mind. I just thought I was going to be miserable for the rest of my life. And that's a thought process that I'm never going to wrap my head around. Because I'm like, what do you mean?
Society fucked your brain. That's it.
Why the fuck do you think that you have to be stuck in a situation that doesn't make you happy just because you made a commitment or whatever?
It makes no sense.
I mean, you're not gonna fucking abandon your children, right? But
No, you're not. No,
a fucking marriage, fuck that.
just so we're clear, genre some marriage advice for you guys. I'm not married. I don't really plan on getting married or maybe someday. Mais putain, attends, somehow.
It came out as somehow.
Hoe. Of course.
Maybe somehow.
He's my hoe. Wait, attends, je voulais dire un truc. Fuck, à chaque fois j'oublie. Ah oui. Okay, first of all, it's not because you're getting married that it assures you, like it's not any insurance that anyone is not, that your partner is not going to cheat on you.
Yeah.
Like most of them get excited by the fact that they are married and that they are cheating, and even the people that cheat with them usually like that they are married, okay?
Usually are aware.
So and usually they like that fact. Like some people really
That's crazy business.
like having sex with married people.
Ew.
Like that's something, okay? So it's not any insurance. If anything, it's the opposite, okay? And it's not like any insurance that you're going to stay together and be happy together. Like it has nothing to do with the fact that you got married on one day. Like it's a 1 day event, 1 week if you're extra, 1 month if you're crazy rich.
Yep.
That's it, genre. That's not the rest of your lives.
And it does not equate, you having a wonderful wedding does not equate you having a wonderful marriage, and vice versa. So, I mean, don't get married if you're not fully sure that that's what you want, and if you do not understand what marriage is.
Also, like travel with that money.
I know,
I'm sorry,
Jesus. Especially you Americans, go travel the world, get some fucking
please.
culture. Jeez.
Get some geographic lessons.
Yeah, I mean, go cool your pits. I don't know. Do something else with that money, baby. Like getting married. Gee.
Ouais, save pour the hospital or I don't know what. Mais how could you spend if I was an American and I had to pay like thousands of dollars every time I twisted my ankle? I would be so stressed about money. Like I would live in bubble wrap in my apartment. Like how could they skydive, do things that not even skydiving, because if there's a crash, it's not about hospital, it's about
life.
Yeah, but like I mean, how can you do sports like going skiing? Like you have to be crazy rich, but not to pay for the ski.
Let's
pay
go
for
to
the hospital.
Colorado. Do you have insurance? No.
What the fuck, genre? No, American people.
And also, you know, something that always like gets me all like weirded out is the fact that Americans get like life insurances on their life when they have a family. And I don't know if it's something that happens in France. It's not
assurance vie, ouais.
Ouais, so like basically, I don't know if I were to get, I don't know. My dad, I don't think he has one, but like if he did have like a life insurance, those things go for like hundreds of thousands of dollars or like millions of dollars when the person's really, really rich. So when that person dies, like they choose that life insurance to go to, normally it's the wife, the spouse, or the children or whatever. But like a lot of people have been killed by their spouses in the US because of the life insurance.
Or their husbands.
Yeah.
Spouses is époux.
Yeah.
Épouse, it's boss.
Yeah.
Okay, je croyais que c'était que femme.
No. So, I don't know. I never understood that. Like, what do you mean you're paying yearly to put a number on your fucking back? For me, it's like a target.
Sense. It makes no sense. Après, I don't really know
worth
anything
this much.
about the genre financial things. Like, for me, insurance, I don't even know if I have one. I think so. I think my parents handle that. Like, I'm 24. I'm just a baby. I'm just a baby girl.
I'm just a baby.
I don't know about that. I have like administrative phobia, so I don't give a fuck.
Girl, same.
Yeah.
Jeez, I need to déclarer mes impôts, frère.
Yes, you do.
On that note.
Bye, guys. Hope you liked the English. Tell us in the comments.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.